most challenging thing to me is that I take the craft of acting very serious. I honestly don't think I did the best I possibly could have as an actor because so many other things were on my mind. That's the reason why, like, you know, people ask me, why are you gonna direct? I don't think I want to direct yet. Like, I need to get to a point where I don't have to worry about the finance aspect of it, where I don't have to worry about, you know, who's here, who's there, that I need to concentrate and dive as far into being a kid as I possibly can. Because at the end of the day, if I am the lead actor, there's a certain responsibility that I owe my fans and that I owe the craft. Because at the end of the day, it's a blessing for me to be able to be an actor, and I take that so seriously. But you know, when you see in your head that the time is ticking and you know that you're doing budgeting in your head, and I'm watching everything at the same time and then having to jump back into my character, it's almost impossible to have both of those cogs to be running, you know, at the same time. So for me, you know, that was the most challenging thing. Maybe this is not my place, but I feel like I'm responsible for everybody on set. You know, that's one thing that I want everybody to know when they're dealing with David Banner, is that you're gonna get paid. Even if I have to get shorted, you're gonna get paid, and that everybody is safe and everybody is feeling good. So I'm also having to keep everybody's spirits up at the same time. Like, yeah. You know, and I ain't really even that type of guy, but that's my responsibility on set. So that was so challenging to me, man, to do all of that. And especially at the end of the day, all the stuff that you do is cool, but if it doesn't manifest on screen, all of it was for naught. You know, I didn't do a terrible job, but for what I know that I'm capable of, you know, I just think that if you know, moving forward, you know, once we, you know, tighten it up a little bit, because for us, a lot of us, this was, you know, the first time doing it like this. And even though it came out amazing, I know what it has potential to be. I try, whenever I deal with characters, to try to make them be somebody else. That's the whole reason why I love acting, is to be able to dive deep into a character. In order for a cat to properly get the full power, his body has to be a temple that can receive that power. So you're gonna see a cat's whole life change, or Alex's whole life change, the way that he eats, the way that he treats people, even the way that he fights, because you're gonna see it in earlier episodes, and I don't wanna give away too much. He fights more like a Wolverine in the beginning, because he thinks it's about power. And then he's gonna start realizing that it's more about discipline. I chose Ndosi because he had won a lot of the young film festivals here out of college. And I had an opportunity to see his work. And Dawood, his father, is a really good friend of mine, and he was the creator of Brother Man Comics. He was the guy that did the storyboards for us. And he told me that his son was doing amazing work. And Ndosi had a great vision. And with his vision, along with Mr. West and along with Al and Gina and everybody who contributed to the film, Bill Duke, David Moody giving us his whole house. He allowed us to use his whole entire house, everything that we used in that film. If you look at the credits at the end, we said, thank you, David Moody, for letting us use everything. And we shot in so many crevices and nooks in his house. We made his house look like 3 different places. Okay, shoot in the side of the corner upside down. And that shows you how sometimes the lack of money will activate a level of creativity that you never thought that you possessed. I was just talking, to some friends about, trying to find somebody to do the graphics for the film. They just suggested him, and I went and saw his work and was amazed.
The history of the black image in the comics medium has been very problematic. Our stories aren't being told, but now, of course, there are all these artists out there that people don't really know about if you're not part of the subculture, that are doing amazing artwork. And so that's what our work has been about for the last few years. A part of it is to provide venues and opportunities for people of color, people from different backgrounds, even to, not just like racially, but gender, sexual preference, how you're actually expressing the work too. Because there's a lot of like independent comics artists that we represent, gallery comics artists, abstract comics artists, and so basically the idea is to stop looking at comics as a genre and look at it as a medium that everybody has access to. And so that's why it's important, because people see, because the corporate entities can control how we see things so easily. It's important to show these independent, alternative expressions. When I'm looking at like this idea of black comics, not only are we looking at the people who are creating them, but also how it's showing the diversity of the black experience, I think. Because you can be an African American comic book creator and create a comic book about a white character, or an Asian character, or a gay character, whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be about black people. I think it's two-pronged. It's the people who are making them, and then the stories that they're trying to tell. And I think that if it's trying to broaden the diversity of the African American experience, I think that could be a really good basis for the idea of what black comics are.
What's amazing about John is that he didn't just bring art to the film. He has degrees in African literature and in African history. The thing is, I would never just hire somebody from anywhere. They have to, first of all, be amazing at their job. He's amazing. He actually started the graphics department at Jackson State, and now he is a professor in upstate New York. And I must say that John Jennings is from Mississippi. And to me, I've always wanted to work with people from where I'm from, because they understand how hard it was for me to get here.
Give me 2 years. Give me 2 years, we're gonna change the world. That's all I gotta say. You're walking with God's for real. You're walking with God. Watch. You can't say, man, I saw this video. He said it, man. He said it. Watch. That's it.